Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GameReplays.org Heroes of Newerthcast. Today we have the return of Clan Milf as they're taking on Empire in a 1700 no AB scrim. I just had to say that because that's the game title. But we did see Milf earlier today actually just go up against Druids and really just dominating the lane. Fedge Nick Arn, who is pink up here, was doing a great Malakin, so we'll hopefully see some great plays with him yet again. I am Four Court Jester. With me today is BattleFury. How are you, sir?
Double rainbow all the way.
No, not double rainbow. Please, not double rainbow.
Full on, man. All that reminds me of the picture of Zephyr they had when there's a little, like, it's party time. Version 1.6 is out.
And that was a double
And
rainbow?
he had a rainbow at least. I don't know. It probably was. It was looking kind of like a triple rainbow.
Someone should make that double rainbow party mod Zephyr to become instantly popular. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The double rainbow is kind of passé. Actually, I was at a bar the other day and I heard Rick Astley's song come on there, and I was like, man, I got effing rickrolled at a bar.
In the main? Wow. Cool
Yeah,
beans.
no, they were playing. Yeah.
All right,
Anyways.
so instead of rickrolling our audience, let's go over the bands instead.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to start off with MILF, just because I really think that name is funny. So far, they banned Kronos, Dr. Pulsar, and Armadon, and Dr. Pulsar is really kind of one of those common ones, I think, nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Armadon is the only one that I find a little peculiar, but...
Well, I did need to compatibilize this version, so it might not have been played during the overpowered bit. I mean, when he had that bug where he gets the extra wave of damage applied, of course he was like an insta-ban almost off the bat. So I can't really vouch what patch this was, so that may or may not have been happening, which may or may not explain it.
Yeah, and then Empire there, they banned Andromeda, Flint, Beastwood, and Engineer. And none of those, like, I'm just kind of weirded out now because I don't see Fade banned all the time, or
you don't even see it picked anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it just kind of, that little fad has passed now, though. Engineer, though, is still being banned, which is, strong initiation and, good tanking ability there as well as DPS. So, I mean, common to see.
Well, the Andromeda is probably banned because who banned it? It was Empire. They don't want to see any kind of tri-lane happening, and of course, Andromeda is like the tri-lane hero these days. You see here, you're automatically assuming tri-lane, so could be the reason for that. As for getting rid of Flint Beastwood, again, can't really vouch the numbers. I know he was tweaked just recently, had a slight nerf to his damage and his armor, making him very squishy. But at the same time, I guess they don't want to play with him whatsoever. But we are getting into these picks now, so who do we got?
Ooh. Well, Dark Lady and Witch Slayer picked for... Oh, sorry, wrong side. I mean, Dark Lady, Nymphora, and Thunderbringer picked for the Empire side there. I mean, these are some strong spellcasters there. Dark Lady, though, being a really good DPS as well, though. But Nymphora, though, I like seeing her around, though. She's a nice little hero to, well, at least watch, though. And they improved her stun. I don't know if this is the patch for either two, though, but I'm assuming so.
Well, they improved it, they nerfed it, they improved it, they changed it. She's definitely been going through a roller coaster of changes these last 3 or 4 different patches.
Like Thunderbringer, you haven't seen any change happen to him recently, but for some reason in 4, they've just been tweaking their, like, constantly there too as well, so...
It's really the explosion of that ultimate, the map controlling ultimate that she has where you can just take up to 2 heroes now. I used to think it used to be 3, but then they had to normalize it. It is now 2. And I mean, that's a very powerful gank setup because you don't even have any real chance at countering that unless, of course, they warp into somewhere with wards and you know they're coming. But anyways, that's enough about them. For the Dark Lady, some will say that Empire plays the best Dark Lady you'll ever see. Hopefully she'll do some good here. And Thunderbringer with the introduction of Blood Chalice, he is almost like infinite mana spamming these days with between Bottle, Power Supply, and Blood Chalice. That is a lot of mana return.
Oh yeah, no, that the Chalice is pretty much, you see that almost every game now, at least one of them. It's pretty much at least 2 or 3 support casters. Well, it's a requirement now to have that. It really is a great item. It's right up there with the Striders. It's some really nice little support items, and as opposed to, just the pure DPS, the pure tank items that have been coming out before then. So
yeah, well, speaking of mana return, Glacius picked up here with a Tundra to support that Witch Slayer and a Valkyrie. We're waiting on their last pick, but I do see Glacius and Witch Slayer, they do form an effective tri-lane, but I can't really see it being played out with Tundra or Valkyrie, as Valkyrie is one of those heroes that likes to go up against more than her numbers. So 2v1s, 3v1s, she's usually paired into that. So we'll have to see what kind of carry
Well,
that Milf goes to throw into this tri-lane that I suspect is going to happen.
Valkyrie's normally going solo though too. So I mean, if you have a tri-lane, Valkyrie's one of the people you want to have in a lane who's just by themselves.
Right, exactly.
Like, and probably Malikan would be not a bad one there as well too, though. But he's actually usually used in tri-lanes.
Yeah, he's the most likely target at this point. So him with Iglesias, Witch Slayer, they're Hellborns, so they're probably going top to make use of those creeps. So, you know, splitting out the damage, splitting out the stun, splitting out all the experience, and that will put them together.
Chase. Oh yeah, no, it's a great it'll be good. I mean, if it happens, you know, we've said this before, and then, you know, you just see Valkyrie middle, and they split up on the 2 on top, 2 on bottom, nothing big.
I'm actually going to probably suggest that Tundra's going middle simply because of the bottle control he can elicit. Valkyrie's probably take the other side lane. But on the other flip side there, we had Voodoo Jester, Hague picked up as we're going to start getting this game underway. But
wow.
For a tri-lane potential there, I'm not too sure. I can only really see it with Dark Lady, Nymphora, and Voodoo Jester, and that's really an odd combination of stuns. May or may not work out. If they are going tri-lane, they're definitely going bottom.
Oh yeah, they have a nice little mobility in their team though as well. Like Nymphora, Wretched Hag, and Dark Lady there. Those 3 can just get about really easily on this map. It's going to be interesting to see how well they do in this game.
Well, Malikan with the sword throwing. We got Valkyrie with her jumping. And we got Cold Shoulder on Tundra to kind of balance out the Hag, the charging strikes, and the map control on Nymphora. So, I mean, there is a lot of mobility around. Tundra with a portal key is very common these days, but really he'd probably be the only one on this team to kind of pick that up, at least in my view.
Yeah, no, you're right actually about that though too. So, but a lot of spell casting on the I can't remember the name now.
On the left or the right?
Versus the Legion. Yeah, right. So Legion side has a lot of spell casting damage on their side there too. Even the Dark Lady, she's got Tainted Souls there, which is a really good spammable spell there. She got first right off the bat there too as well. Like that is a really good. If you can't do anything else, oh man, try lane going bottom there at least. I think they're going to the rune.
Well, yeah, but that was kind of predicted. Dark Lady with these 2. I mean, that's a lot of stun potential. That's a lot of heal potential as well. Voodoo Jester does take... It took Acid Cocktail first. I guess they want that first kill right off the bat. But I've been seeing a lot of them going Mojo, Acid Cocktail, and just really ignoring Cursed Ground these days, especially in these tri-lanes, because you got to keep that carry alive. Got to keep her alive.
Yeah, like Cursed Ground used to be the whole reason you would go for Voodoo Jester. I personally, it's kind of weird in my eyes, but I guess it's a build you can do with him, right?
Indeed, yeah. So Taint Soul with a Dark Lady, typically you really only want to get 1 or 2 points into that, and just use it as a ranged last hitting tool, because I mean sometimes you're going to be forced away from that creep line, and you want to keep up your farm, especially Dark Lady, as she is a mega late game hero, and she needs as much farm as she can sustain. So Taint Soul, Soul creeping, or creeping, killing, last hitting, all that good jazz. Good fun with her.
Yeah, no, and then if you don't need to use that to last hit with creeps there too, you can then just use your Blade Strike to just jump in there, charging strike to harass the enemies. So, in all, there is really no reason a Dark Lady shouldn't get her farm on, which she is just doing amazing, last hitting almost every creep in that line at the bottom. Wow.
Empire Scandal is well known to get those creep kills, but I mean he is being countered really nicely by Malikan. I mean they're almost you know, cheek for cheek at this point.
Yeah, but we got top here. There's the Witch Slayer. Well, I guess we're gonna have time to talk about this now. Witch Slayer. Oh, I don't even know what's going on here because it looks like
pause. We're in a pause.
Yeah, Glacius though is going to the mid there, but I think he's just gonna stack the creeps, and it looks like we got Witch Slayer going around just farming right now.
Well, stacking those creeps for your carry, I mean, that's a great way to get, you know, when your creep wave comes around, it's a great way to rack up that experience. And they really want to give Malikan the most farm that's possible, considering he is going to be, you know, their hard carry, or at least their carrying potential this game. So, yeah, I mean, you don't really want to leech away from him if you don't want to. They've already forced Hague out of lane, as Glacius just saw, because he just met him up in this forest. So what's left to do? Stack, 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 and then sometimes bring him into the creep lane. It'll be really good for everyone's farm just down the line. I got a microphone symbol above this Witch Slayer. I'm not too sure why. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to see that ever.
Yeah, ever. Now take a good look here at
Well, when we're
Wretched
doing
Hag up
replays.
top. She is blinked into the trees. I believe this tower cannot see her, but again, neither can the enemy. This is a great way to stay in your lane, keep up by the experience line, because they're going to try to keep it as back as far as possible, and at the same time, you're not really going to be in too much danger, because you can just blink out of that if they ever do eventually find you in there. So that is really top notch there from Unique Phaser, and it's something we've been seeing a lot more of when Hag has to go up against these tri-lanes.
Yeah, no, they even have the aggressive ward put out into the lane there to see Wretched Hag as well at top. Or the Hellborn have the ward in top there, aggressively placed there. So they really are going for a tri-lane there. But without anyone against them in top right now, I don't think they really, have much to go on. There's not going to be any epic gank going on here,
No,
too.
right now it is just pure farm. I'm just going to ask for 1 second here. And we're good. No worries.
And yeah, so Valkyrie bottom there. I mean, right now she's going against Nymphora and Dark Lady. Looks like everything is going perfectly fine there.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I mean,
the tri-lanes are doing what tri-lanes do. Force out your opponent,
oh,
grab
middle.
the farm. Looks like...
Thunderbringer, Bloodlust against Tundra.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, well, he just last hit it with a couple of lightning strikes though, but now he's still trying to get away from that frozen boar. He's in the woods there, but he just barely makes it out of there alive. Yeah, with the health potion.
The point is, though, that
winged
he made it
monkey.
out alive. He took out for even a bloodlust. That should pay his bottle. Well, he already has a bottle. Sure, that should pay his blood chalice. No problem right there.
Haha, his blood chalice. Yeah, no, he's definitely going for that. Looks like he's building up though the fortified bracelet though right now. So. And Wretched Hag still sitting in the trees as part of the vegetation, bordering along the lines of insanity.
She's a vegetarian.
Well, most of the people in this game are. They eat trees. Malakin, though, just farming away solo there. Well, I guess Witch Hunter still just pulling creeps there to stack up. And Glacius going around there, too, as well. Just, I think, wandering. He's not really even stacking creeps there by the looks of it. So, I don't know what is going on in this game. Yeah.
Well, he is and he isn't. Well, really, I mean, the creep wave is not exactly where Wretched Hag has really expected it to be. Sometimes it's being fought near her, but most of the time it's nowhere even really near her
She
at
is
all.
level 1 right now, still Wretched Hag.
Just hit 2 just now. But yeah, that's kind of the idea.
Oh,
we're looking at level
yeah.
5 Malakin versus level 2 Hagen. Even Witch Slayer here, who's gone off, stacking those creeps and then killing them with a little bit of help from their own creeps, keeping back the creep line as it is. He's even out leveling Hag at this point. But I mean, at the same time, this bottom lane should be exhibiting similar symptoms. I mean, we got a level 3 Nymphora who's splitting the experience with Dark Lady, and then we got Voodoo Jester who somehow pulled his creep wave all the way up here to this top camp, probably through a hole in the trees, which is very likely. But it looks like the trees aren't there anymore.
No, there's actually, they can do that without the hole in the trees, which is really kind of imbalanced because the top there, they can just attack those creeps and get them to lane and pull them back. And there's no hole in the trees. They're not exploiting anything. It's literally, that is just how the creeps go. You can't really do anything like that on the bottom lane. So it is kind of imbalanced in the maps, in my opinion, which the map is key to setting balance there. I don't know why it's not more mirror imaged, but it's always been that way.
Always. Oh man, revenge kill in the middle from Tundra with the assist from Valkyrie. Valkyrie is staying very active, as in she's probably, she's triple stacking these ancients, which is always good, because again, when you're forced out of that lane...
for Wretched Hag, yeah.
Yeah, when you're...
In the top there, they sent a flying courier there.
Well, that's one way to see you in the forest, is Eagle Eye.
Yeah, wow. No, actually, that was the winged monkey was the one that saw him there.
The winged monkey, the chicken, the winged courier himself. Yep, but
Yeah,
keeping up Eagle Eye like that will definitely see you in those woods, and that really is not going to be doing Unique Phaser any favors, as he is, now 0-1 out of lane. Yeah. Holy crap! I'm gonna pause this.
Okay. So it looks just like the Glacius and Witch Hunter just wandering around in the jungles here. They're just kind of getting farm on while Malakin solos top.
Now that is
Looks
one
like